All right, let's go. So the first thing we need to do is answer questions on section 7.5. And then we'll talk about, I'll get the keys uploaded today. I already put section 7.1's up there. So it is 2 what? 2.8?
Yeah, 2 and 8.
2.8. What? I really didn't care. Shut it! Awesome. Okay. Alrighty, so this is going to be questions. So question 7.5. Yeah. What? Number 2. Why is your Chromebook open?
Because I'm going to get this one.
So tells me that. So I've got h of n, and that is 2n plus 4. G of n is n squared minus 4. And it wants 2h plus 3g of n, right? Well, how do you think I would find 2h? Yeah, I'm just going to take 2 and I'm going to times it by whatever h is, which is 2n plus 4, right? I'm going to add that to whatever 3g is. Well, if this is g, 3g is just going to be 3 times n squared minus 4. Then that just tells me it's written in the variable n. Well, it's already written in n, so that doesn't change. So that would give me, what's that, 4n plus 8, right? Plus 3n squared plus 12, or minus 12, right? Minus 12, which is going to give me, I would make sure I wrote it in what? Standard form, which is going to give me 3n squared plus 4n minus 4. Just like that. Anybody have that already? A few of you? Okay. That makes sense, Trista? Yo, Dale, about number 11. So number 11 says h of x is 4x plus 1. G of x is 3x plus 5. And it wants g of h of 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find h of 2. That means I'm going to go to my h of x, and instead of doing h of x, I'm going to do h of 2, which means I'm going to do what?
Put 2 in for x.
Yeah, put 2 in for x, right? So I'm going to get, instead of 4x plus 1, this is going to be 4 times 2 plus 1, which is going to give me 9. Now, what do I do with that 9? Yeah, then it's going to go right there. So instead of this saying g of h of 2, this is now just going to say g of 9. Well, g of 9, I'm going to go to my g, and wherever there's an x, I'm simply going to write a 9, and that's going to give me 3 times 9 plus 5, which gives me 32. That makes sense to about? Is that it? Are we all sitting in the right seat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I only saw these seats for like 2 days, so.
Are you feeling okay?
Better than I was, you know. Stay here. Did you guys not hear that announcement Mrs. Perry made the other day? No? Who said no? You didn't hear that? Anybody want to tell him what it said? Wear your face masks right, it's basically what it said. Same thing I've been preaching for the last couple weeks. So is that it on 7.5? We're all good to go? Alrighty, now, what I have is the review's quite long. I appreciate that. Partially because I was gone and I want to make sure we understand what's going on. A couple of things that, or a couple of the problems I got the most questions on were, one was piecewise. Anybody remember what a piecewise function was?
Isn't that the one that's split in two?
Yeah, it's one that had parts, right? So it said that, you know, I had the situation where I've got 3x plus 2 when x was less than, 1. And I had, x squared plus 5 when x was greater than or equal to 1 or something like that, right? Okay, so what did I do here?
You go to 1.
Yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to make a line here at 1, because that is where my graph's going to do what? It's going to change, right? So I got my x equals 1 right there. Now, how do I graph that line?
Up 2,
I go up 2,
then up 3 right.
and then I go up 3 into the right 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But I got to remind myself that I'm only going to graph where?
Less.
When I'm less than 1. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to basically have this line, and I'm going to have an,
It's dotted.
Dotted line.
no, the line's not dotted. That's when I did the other kind. This was an open circle. That's the part of it that's the dotted. Okay. Then I'm going to go where?
Up 5.
I'm going to go up 5, so I think this would be the same point. So wasn't I at 2 and then I went up 3? Right? And that's where my parabola would be, correct? And how would my parabola be going? It'd be going up, and it'd be going up normal, wouldn't it? But remember, I only need the part that's where? To the right of this, right? So if I were to draw this, I'd go right there and I'd go right there, right? But I only need that portion of it, don't I? And it's a closed circle, and it would look something like that, right? Now here's my question. If I domain and range this, what would my domain be? It'd be negative infinity to positive infinity. Now, what about my range?
Negative infinity to 5 and a 3.
It's going to go from negative infinity up to 5. Because right, didn't we say that this was 0 and 2, right? And then from there, didn't I go up 3 into the right 1? Which made this point 5 and 1. Or no, 1 and 5, right? So if I got 1 and 5, that my range is going to go from negative infinity up to what kind of parenthesis, right? Because it's open circle. And then it's going to jump from 5 to, I'd have to figure out what that is, right? And you say it's a 6? How'd you get that 6? No idea?
Literally just guessing. Up 1, right 1.
Yeah, but what?
Never mind.
Well, don't I know that line's at x equals 1? Well, what's 1 squared? Plus 5 is? Wouldn't that be the point 1 and 6?
Yes.
Right? Then I'm going to jump to 6,
But wouldn't it be
except this would be a bracket now because it belongs. Then I'm going to go from 6 to infinity like that. Smedley.
Well, you just answered it.
Okay. Okay, and that was the ones that I felt I had the most questions on as far as emails. So yeah, that's that. And then the other kind was the absolute values when they gave you something like this. Actually, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so let's do this. let's go y is less than negative 3 x minus 1 plus 2. Okay? What kind of graph is this going to give me? It's going to give me a v, and it's going to be a v that goes down. Okay? So, what do I got to find? Basically that vertex, right? And where's my vertex going to be? It's going to be right 1 and up 2, and I'm going to go 1, comma 2, and I'm going to label it above it because this v is going where? Down. Now that negative 3 basically gives me my what? Slope, right? So I'm going to go, from there I'm going to go down 3 into the right 1, and then I'm going to go down 3 into the left 1. I'm going to draw a what? Dotted line, right? So I'm going to draw a dotted line here. So I got that. And I got that, right? Now, y is less than. Where is something that's less than me at? Below me, right? Well, where is below me on that graph? Yeah, it's going to be just like that. Probably wouldn't hurt. I don't think I specified. Did I specify that? Anybody remember? I don't remember. But, you know, whatever.
So for the vertex, we don't have to do closed or open circle?
So the vertex is going to be whatever this line is. So technically it would be open, but, you know, whatever.
Okay.
You drawing that line tells me you knew that it was strictly less than and not less than or equal to. Okay? So what about you guys? They were the two kinds of problems that I felt we had the most questions on. What do you guys have? Nothing? We don't have any questions. Okay, well, as soon as you get to the review, I know you will. So it's already up. It's on, it is on your Canvas page. If you go to modules, it's right there. I will have the keys all uploaded. I'm going to do that right now. So while you guys get started on the review, I'm going to get started uploading the keys. If you have any questions, just stop and ask. But ask me as a class, because I'm sure other people are going to have the same question. Okay? Yes? Okay, so test corrections anytime this week would be awesome. Yeah, there was nothing I could do. You guys all know I had COVID, right? So.
Can you taste or smell?
I can't taste still.
So you could eat like some wasabi.
Yeah, I could eat whatever you wanted. My wife made what I think was the best cheesecake she's ever made yesterday. I have no idea if it was good or not. I ate it and said it was. But she can't taste either, so it doesn't matter. My whole house had it, so whatever. Okay, let's get busy.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.